Hey everyone, what's going on? How's it going? I just wanted to do a short video on my CSETI experience. So I got interested in CSETI after watching the Disclosure Project probably around early 2009. At this point I had already had many experiences of my own for quite a while with contact, sightings, an interest in UFOs and kind of everything that goes along with that friendship. I've always been into it. I've already been practicing meditation for many years at this point. So I came across a video of Dr. Steven Greer's Disclosure Project and all the witnesses who participated, and I found it fascinating that something of this degree was out in the public arena, and how did I not know about it? This was a major event in Washington, D.C., May 9th, 2001. Tremendous. So I said, okay, let me research this guy, Dr. Steven Greer. So I looked into it, and shortly after that, I came across a few of his talks about contact, which I was not expecting at all. And mind you, I had an experience, a very close encounter with full telepathic lock-on. It was followed by a 40-minute sighting that was witnessed by people in my family just some months earlier. And for me, that was, I had to get answers at that point, so I really delved into all this in a much more serious way. So I came across one of Dr. Greer's videos talking about contact, and I said, oh my God, that's, he's describing something I've never heard anybody describe before, which is exactly what I had experienced as far as the connection and thought, the way the contact happens, the different levels of contact there are, and how it was an interaction, not just some kind of thing that, you have a sighting and it just happens to happen, you see it and then it's over. No, there's an interaction, there's something deeper going on there. And Dr. Greer described many of those things that correlated with my own experiences, so I took what he said very seriously. But at the same time, I said, I'm very skeptical in nature, so I said, okay, he talks the talk. So let me see if he is for real. So I studied his material as requested in his own guidelines, for going to one of his outings. So I studied his material thoroughly, as requested, and I went out to one of his outings. And first of all, awesome environment, definitely great environment. CSETI, or Dr. Greer, and the expedition, Serious Disclosure now, they really put together a great event all around. They set a great environment for meeting, socializing, and of course the contact work, and it's a very serious environment, professional environment too. So ahead of that, I'm there the first night, and we do a puja ceremony inside, we do our meditations, we do some of the remote viewing training and stuff like that. A lot of it I was already practiced and well familiar with. But if you want to see the energy, the vibe was great. It was definitely a genuine approach. So we go out for our first night of field work, or if you want to call it. We go out for our first contact night, and we do a meditation outside after our talk. And in my meditation, I put out a message because I had already had the contact, so I'm already familiar with that connection. So I put myself in that state for that connection. I said, okay, if this Dr. Greer is real and everything that he's doing, please give me a sign, show me, give me a validation, a confirmation. And I didn't know in which way I was asking. I wasn't being specific and saying do this or do that, not like I'm giving them commands, but a request to kind of validate some of the CE5 work. which I had already done in a way before I went out, but to this expedition we were already doing it. Me and Dave were already doing it. But a short while after the meditation passes by, we do the meditation, which we were in meditation for a short while. And there were actually around 200 of us at this event. It was the Countdown to Transformation event out in Rio Rico, Arizona. And shortly after the meditation, we open our eyes and we get ready to view our surroundings in the skies for field work and observe any kind of interactions. So just maybe a few minutes after we're all kind of in the present moment again, or observing, I should say, we see a few streakers and things like that, and then my eyes are open, and just like maybe 20 feet ahead of me, and maybe 15 feet up, maybe not even, I saw like a ruby red, almost transparent, translucent orb that I saw with my eyes open, but I was still like, is it actually there? Is my brain seeing things that I wanted to see because I'm out here at this event in the desert? And so I didn't even say anything to the group. I'm like, I might just be seeing things. I'm just going to keep this to myself, and I'm not going to bother. And I'll just further observe for something that is more solid. Not even a minute later, Dr. Greer shines his laser in the exact area, and he was like, there was just a ruby red orb right here, and he circled the area, and I was just, to me, that was the exact validation I was looking for, because it was something that I definitely saw, and I was questioning myself about it, and I was sure that I saw it, but like I said, I was just gonna keep it to myself and wait for something more apparent. And I don't think everybody saw this, so there was almost like a personal validation or confirmation, and it was exact. It was just precise, dead on. I couldn't have expected that deep of a confirmation. So that was just amazing to me. And that was my first experience. I went on expeditions after that. I went on a week-long expedition after that. The first one was a 3-day one. But on my full week-long one, even the 3-day one, I met people from all over the world doing contact work, and the environment was awesome. I roomed with a good friend now from Germany, Stefan Steiner. I roomed with him during my expedition. I met great people. Like I said, the environment was great. The approach was very serious, but still kind of playful at the same time, so it wasn't like too dense. The environment was just right for contact work. And of course, CSETI and Dr. Weir, they do all the training for the contact work, the meditation, remote viewing exercise, and something he called emotive listening. So that's part one of my series. I'll be back.